book is about. Even though many people may think a book of zombie horror is pathetic and extremely disturbing, this series is an extremely gripping and action-packed journey. All people over the age of 16 suffer a severe that turns them into everything but beings. Several children under the age of 16 surviving and struggling in a world where adults are not heard of. All their support mentally and physically has disappeared with nothing but each other to help. They have to survive by rationing their food and finding a shelter which will last them long enough to keep the adults at bay. What did I think of all the zombie fiction? Personally, I always thought the zombies and monsters should stay out of books and elsewhere, but with the recommendations of teachers and friends, I brought myself to read horror. My experience was incredible, despite the fact that I couldn't sleep that night, but eventually it grew on me. The Enemy was one of the most recent series I read, which teaches you that you can't always rely on others and how to survive in a world where your goal is nothing but to survive and pull through in spite of the world gradually crumbling at your feet. A quote from Charlie Higson. There was a reason these boys were still alive though. Something made them stronger than the other kids, the ones who had died in the early days, who had simply lain down and given up, unable to cope with the terrible things that were happening in the world. These boys were survivors. Their will to live was stronger than any other feelings. Some books I recommend. They're all horror, but